Okay, so in this video I've already run the numbers and I want to talk to you about what's happening in the real estate market as it pertains to the volatility in the stock market and of course the COVID-19 epidemic we're all dealing with. Alright, what's up everybody? I'm Wesley Gust. I'm a San Diego real estate agent. First and foremost, I hope you, your family, your friends, and everybody in your circle right now is safe and healthy. Things seem a little crazy right now, but this will pass. Also, if you want to learn everything about San Diego, like what's happening in the real estate market as it pertains to the stock market and the COVID-19 virus, then go ahead and click subscribe and make sure to tap that little bell. That way you're notified every single time I upload a new video. And if you're thinking about moving to, from, or within San Diego, don't be shy about getting a hold of me. I'm getting tons of calls, emails, and texts, and I absolutely love it. If there's anything I can do to help you reach your real estate goals, then I will 100% make it happen. Alright, so the reason I wanted to record this video is I'm watching the news and trying to track everything as it happens, just like you are, I would imagine, and there seems to be a lot of speculation and misinformation going around, so I wanted to do my part as a real estate professional, run the numbers, and get it out to you so you know exactly what is happening in the real estate market. The reality is, as we cope with everything that's happening, there are people that need to buy real estate and there are sellers that need to sell real estate. Alright, so in real estate, a lot of the statistics we get tend to be 30 days out, 60 days out. Reason being, when a home or condo sells, it goes into the due diligence period or escrow period, and we don't see the final result, the sales price, until that closes, which is 30 days or 45 days or 60 days down the road. But I realize with everything that's going on right now, a lot of us, we want to have information now. So I thought, what is a piece of information that would be a good indicator of how exactly the stock market volatility and this COVID virus has impacted? Alright, so what I did is I pulled information on 3 different time periods, properties that went into escrow. So the first time period I used was March 1st to March 17th. The second time period I used was the second week in March, and the third time period I used was March 10th to March 17th. I compared 2020 to 2019 to get a sense of if there were more or less properties going under contract. Alright, so here's the data. So the first data set is going to be March 1st to March 17th, 2020 versus 2019. So you can see that we had, in San Diego as a whole, we had more properties go under contract this year than last year in that time period. That's a good sign. And I went ahead and I pulled data on some other specific zip codes. You can see that some had more properties going to contract and then others had less. Okay, so this second data set, this is going to be the second week in March of 2019 versus the second week of March versus 2020. Once again, you can see that San Diego has more properties that went under contract. Keep in mind, this is a time frame when the stock market really dropped and the COVID-19 virus really took over the media in the news coverage. You can see that we still had an increase in properties that went under contract in San Diego as a whole, and it depended on the zip code. Some zip codes had more properties than last year going to contract and others had less, but not a huge difference. And then this third data set is going to be specifically March 10th to March 17th. Once again, we had an increase in properties going under contract, and it was pretty busy. This time frame is, of course, we have quarantines going on, we have lockdowns in other cities, but you can see that we still had some zip codes had more contracts than last year, and others were still pretty close. Alright, so all things considered, I think those numbers look pretty good. I'll be tracking these numbers on a weekly basis going forward. Be on the lookout for future videos with the updated statistics and how the real estate market's doing. Alright, so I've adapted pretty quickly to this new environment. I've implemented walkthrough, video tours, virtual tours. We're using Zoom for meetings that we might have otherwise done in person. We can sign all contracts and documents electronically. In reality, a home buyer or seller actually would never have to set foot in a property if they didn't want to. In the event we are physically at a property, we're doing private showings to minimize social interaction. We're following the 6 feet rule. We're using booties, hand sanitizer. Okay, so hopefully that gives you an idea of what's happening in the real estate market a little more real time as we deal with all the events that continue to unfold. And remember, if you're thinking about moving to, from, or within San Diego, don't be shy about getting a hold of me. If I can help you reach your real estate goals, I will 100% make it happen. And I'll see you on the next video.